Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Ralph Breaks the Internet. In this review I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you want to know anything about the film and you want to go completely blind, then let's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
Shouldn't it be Ralph Wrecks the Internet?
Yeah, since he is Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, but break the internet, it's like a thing.
Right, it's just Wreck the Internet kind of sounds better, doesn't it?
You're not wrong.
So Ralph Breaks the Internet sees John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman reprise their roles as Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope. In Ralph Breaks the Internet, Vanellope is kind of stuck in a bit of a rut, and Ralph tries to cheer her up by making a new track in a racecourse. However, he inadvertently ends up breaking the game, which leads to the game being unplugged, which leads to all the characters inside that game pretty much having nowhere to go. So Ralph and Vanellope set off on their quest to try and repair the game by going inside the internet. So the first revelation I had about this movie was that the first one came out 6 years ago. I mean, I really didn't put a year to the first movie, but I just can't believe that it came out 6 years ago. So first of all, Ralph and Vanellope's characters are solid. They have a great relationship, they play really well off each other, they're both funny and entertaining, and they have enough layers to themselves to make them really engaging as well. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this movie is entirely original, because unfortunately, this is quite similar to the Emoji Movie. Both movies have blatant product placement, and they pretty much center around traveling the internet to find a MacGuffin, basically. But whereas the Emoji Movie has unlikable characters that pretty much bumble from set piece to set piece, Ralph Breaks the Internet, on the other hand, sees likable characters go through a solid story structure and only call on these product placements when absolutely necessary and when it feels necessary to move the story forward. I mean, I know these movies are pretty much similar, but it is definitely the characters that set them apart. And speaking of characters, it's amazing to see actors reprise their roles by voicing the characters that they're famous for voicing. I mean, you've got Vin Diesel voicing Groot, you got Brad Garrett voicing Eeyore, you got Tim Allen voicing Buzz Lightyear. And of course, you have the princesses. Most, if not all of these princesses, are voiced by their original voice actors, those being the ones who are still alive to actually voice them. Now, when I heard that the Disney princesses were going to feature in this movie, I thought they were going to be really boring, one note, and really irritating to watch. But actually, all of them, though they're only on screen for a short amount of time, they managed to show off enough of their personality, be memorable, and be really engaging as well. And overall, it made them feel like actual characters instead of one-note caricatures. So, you know, good job, movie. But now, seeing as this is a children's movie, it's going to mostly try and sell itself on its comedy. And I gotta say that the comedy in this movie is top-notch. Pretty much actually to the point where I don't think kids will really get most of the jokes in this movie. I mean, most of the jokes are really blatant and in your face, but there's certain other ones that have like a certain level of subtlety that kids really probably won't understand, and it's probably definitely more for people our age. As well, it's a good thing that this movie is rated PG, because if this movie was rated any higher, you'd probably see the more dark and seedy sides of the internet that really probably no one wants to see. Overall, guys, all the characters and actors give really great vocal performances, they're entertaining, and they're really funny. The animation is gorgeous, and just seeing the internet as a physical place really makes me want to go visit it. I mean, I guess something that really kind of does let the movie down is the blatant product placement, but for a movie like this, it's to be expected, really. I mean, like I said earlier, it isn't really all that in your face, and the product placement lends itself to be more of a narrative story thread, as opposed to something that's really there just to get money off you. But really, I could probably argue for both sides about the product placement, but for me, it really just lended itself to the story. But now, as whether or not you guys should go and see it. Now, I can understand why people may have a problem with this movie, what with the product placement like I've mentioned, and the fact that this is a sequel, but honestly, I had such a good time with this movie, and I think, honestly, that this is on par, if not at times better than the original movie, so I can honestly say that you should go see this movie. I mean, also, like I said, the faults in this movie are definitely worth knowing, but honestly, I think you could just really forget them and just have a really good time with this movie. Okay guys, that's my review of Ralph Breaks the Internet. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite movie where characters go inside the internet? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!